Welcome back, welcome back. OG Kev Sham Special Edition. The Godfather's back, baby. He ain't going nowhere. Big Shirley. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. Woo! Hulk Hogan music, baby. Get them likes up. Get them goddamn likes up. Run my likes. I miss this nigga, dog. Woo! Uh-huh. Boom, boom. No, 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 no. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
This thing right there, that man who's standing called Ned Stark, and he's teaching his son Brandon why he cut a man.
Okay, before we get into this, we're gonna jump some context because my lord is really the greatest. So I know now what Kevin was talking about, but I didn't get it when I first heard it, and because we were too busy laughing at you guys like dumb fucks and not getting his real point. Yous were supposed to get the point more than us because the wheel's turning in our favor. Now, Kevin constantly told you winter is coming, and everybody thought it was a fucking joke, but he kind of told you go watch that show, King of Thrones or some shit. I think that's where he got it from. But what he was saying is an event that's gonna happen so fucking rapidly that it affects everyone in the world, and all slackers will be left the fuck behind because you're useless now. The whole world's gonna change in an instant, and if you ain't got it, you ain't getting it. And you black women have, you believed what you believed, and you got your little jobs. They dressed you up nice, made you feel comfortable with muscle relaxers and beer, and you don't believe in you could be replaced. But my father, a long time ago, see, he made us out of the Hebrews and the Egyptians. I went over this many times about how our race of people are not just an original, we have originals, but the special chosen and all of that stuff, the ones that are getting pounded on and you're getting subjugated and everyone treats you unfair and all that shit, you're a mixed people already. So my father always told the men, get your shit in order, try to go save Eve. If she don't fucking listen, nigga, I'll just have you go get Hagar again. I have you go get another nation, a woman of another nation, because you carry the black gene in your ball sack. You can make new black women. You can make new black women and new black men. If they go and have sex with men, they dilute their color and their eyes and their nigger nose, and eventually they're no longer black. Their children will no longer be black because the father said, you are what you come out of. So this is why we keep telling you, get your fucking head out of your ass before we make a whole new race of black women. And you won't exist anymore. You'll still be alive, trapped in a hood, making more slaves that no one else in the world are going to deal with them much longer, because all that Captain Thuggo shit, it's going to get shamed soon. It's going to be a mark of a fucking slave. Now, let's let OG do what OG best. What he do? Warn his people.
His head off who deserted the Night's Watch. The guys who guard the wall. He said, you know why I did it? Well, because he deserted it. He's like, no, you know why I did it? Why I cut his head off? He's like, the man who passed the judgment should swing the sword. Ladies, this information I'm kind of go over at a high level has been vetted by PhDs across the globe. Several here on YouTube. This information.
Do Do you understand? He's telling you there's no running away from this. This ain't black men, white men. This ain't just fucking regular niggas trying to pop shit to get you to come home. It's not. It's statistics, science, and the Holy Bible itself telling you you're almost fucked.
Information that we're talking about, we have been talking about for years. Shout out to Master Teacher. He knows I'm not going to say his name because I don't want him to get trolled. But this, men have been talking about.
Wow, OG Kevin Samuels had a master teacher too? Oh, that makes sense. You know, he did call himself Master fucking Window.
Actually, when he came along and started saying, hey, I got a bunch of 92 out of 10 men who need to get their image together. Can you come help coach my guys up? And the hell I went through talking to black men for the first 3 years about their image. So I find it funny when my critics and detractors say how mean you are to women that you have no idea what a coach is. You want a nanny, and a coach helps you get better for an outcome. Anyway, as we move forward,
Salute!
he said he's been trying to tell folks that this global recession is about to happen. And what's about to happen has never been happened before because we have had people who haven't had a job, who haven't had work for over a year and a half, haven't paid.
When he was alive, women were really fucking souped up. My OnlyFans and Corona's in and jobs everywhere. Everything he said's fucking coming true. It came true. That OnlyFans shit's almost done. Chicks are getting roped out for the AI, and all those jobs are not hiring anymore.
For over a year and a half. And they're going to go back and find out that they've been automated. They've been downsized. Companies have lost a lot of money. And in September of 2020, we had something called a She Session where we lost 880,000 jobs that were female. I'm going to have lots of data this week because...
You know why we lost all those females? That was the white woman and other nations of women that are fucking smart, and they chose husbands that work, and they said, I'm not working anymore. I'm going to stay home and make side money like I'm supposed to, and I'm not going to brutalize my body so I can still have sex with you. I'm going to please you, and you're going to take your fucking ass to work every day for the rest of your life. Now, I love you, honey. See you when you get home.
You guys have been living in a fantasy land. You think that it's not going to happen. You think there's going to be some kind of bailout. There's going to be something else. There's going to be nothing. People right now are being put on the streets. In Dallas-Fort Worth, the constables are moving people out, putting their stuff on the front yard.
Is it funny yet?
You want to know what's coming, ladies? They're decriminalizing the oldest profession in the book. In New York City right now, the governor, the mayor said we're
You know what the oldest profession is, right? Being a whore. So as good men, you know, we are not going to choose yous, and we're going to choose the best of yous. See, now the average man's going to be like Mr. High Value, and we're going to get to pick. You fucked our mentalities up, so you're going to get a lot of pumping and dumping and a lot of revenge. See, that's why I try to start GMB, the gray pill, instead of the red pill rage. And teach them, like, no, you're going to get your turn to have the power again, like my father said. And you're not supposed to abuse it because he's going to fuck you up for that.
We're not going after people who are lording in the streets. So, like it or not,
what he meant by they're going at the people that are lording the streets is it's a crime to be homeless. So when they throw your ass out on the street, you're not going to a shelter. You're going wherever all these homeless people I used to see go. You're going wherever they are. With them. All these nations that came over here, all these little dust bunnies that you're scared of when you're in the street, you're going to be sleeping right next to them.
Some parts of Manhattan, some parts of the 5 boroughs have been turned into right there in the streets. Go to World Star, you'll see the video yourself. Broad daylight, transactions happening on a stoplight. Guess what? That's New York. Guess where else it's about to come? California. States across the country because why? There's not enough money to give to people. And if you're a woman and you have a regular job, you know, let's just look at it. If you were not an essential worker during the pandemic, you are at risk. I was in Neiman Marcus the day they shut the world down, and I had never seen panic like that before. And all those women's eyes, because many of them have been with that company for 10, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. All they had done is retail. Neiman Marcus is on the verge of bankruptcy, and the only thing that saved Neiman Marcus was the pandemic. Those women over there know they are coming back. And when the world stops again, many of these 40-year-old women are not going to have a job to go to and have no skills in the environment. Ladies, winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter.
Do you think he was really hating you now? Do you think the jokes and do you really think this man sat up there and took the risk of having his head knocked off every night? Working all day long, all day, and flying over here and flying over there, and never getting fucking sleep, warning his people. Oh yeah, I forgot the Lord said, get your fucking ass up, go to the highways and byways and warn your people. That man took all he had and died. He fucking died spreading the word in a coded way where everyone laughed and now we're years later and it ain't so fucking funny anymore, is it?
Winter is coming, and when winter comes, it does not, and this is not just the winter. We are heading into what I'm going to call the long night. It's not going to just be 3 months.
A dark night.
It's not going to just be 6 months. We're talking about a global reset for the world.
And on dark nights, I'm sure you're gonna want some Batman out there, but you don't like Batman anymore.
The world, I have been studying this for the better part of 2 years.
He's a joke.
Look at what's going on in South Korea and Japan. You think it's...
Now, I went to Kevin Samuels to go look for him talking about Mei Ling and the Puerto Ricans and all these Ethiopians and all these other women that are having problems in their nation of getting men. And, we're the next bachelors up, And so we have options to literally go across the world and shit. And I didn't take this serious when I first heard it. And, I forgot about this episode, and he's going to explain back then why they're offering that $75,000 to us and not you.
You think it's a joke? You think it's a game? There are villages in Japan where people are outnumbered by freaking dogs.
Isn't that my last video? I went to this Winter's Coming video, did the hold the button down, skip, went randomly, and it landed right fucking here. Because my father's not fucking around. I don't even have to look hard for this shit anymore. I just gotta think it, and then go, and then boom.
I'm not kidding. Japan is dying. An aging population. And a group of people who are not dating.
Isn't it funny I talk all that Goku shit and, how I love, that type of life and those ways and the samurai code and you better get your I think a nigga like me would fit in over there really nice. I get to actually go become Goku and a black samurai. You get it? Instead of just a nigga.
They're not dating. They're not marrying. They're not getting together. You know what it's called? Hikomori. Socially withdrawal. Socially withdrawn. These are talking about men 45 and under. Same thing with women. Remember we talked about Kodo Koshi? People dying in their apartments. We talked about Shinyu.
I've literally witnessed over 3 people die in this building. Women and men. Old. Dying alone. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Barely go to the store for you. You sit here, you just rot. You rot and you rot and you rot. It's not a fucking pretty sight, and it's sad, and it shouldn't be.
Leftover cake, leftover women. Ladies, it's here. Winter is coming. August will be it. August, when the schools open, the people who have not been working will be forced to go back to work because their children must be in school. The daycares that are left will be there. What are you going to do if you go and have a job and you've been downsized, you've been automated. How many people have been to a McDonald's recently? And you will notice that most of the front register staff is gone. It's kiosks. The largest two employers in our community of black women are federal government and retail.
Remember, you used to go to a restaurant and it used to be like 20 people on hand cooking food, sandwiches, doing all types of things. Now it's 4 people.
Retail is dead. We have 26.4
Sharing the horns.
square feet of retail space for every American. The next largest developed country.
I sell nails and hair online, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. When the men go broke, that means we don't give women money to go get their hair done. So, he's also talking about how you're gonna lose your fucking job. So, women that are, rope up men and shit, we're not tolerating that get your hair done shit. The ways of the Most High is coming back. All that bullshit, glamour girl shit, nah. We need to spend that on bread. The kids need to eat. The fuck are you talking about? Bread's about to be like fucking $10.
She has 6. We have 6 times too many retail spaces. This is why you're seeing dying malls across the country. And what's going on? Because so many women are not being told to think about their long term. This is coming as a surprise. This is why women in Korea are saying we need to. The society is not set up for single people. And what the
I met a Spanish woman recently, young, 21, and she works at a mall. And she just got out on her own. Had a nice discussion one day. And I'm like, that's what's up, you know what I mean? She's a young girl, well, woman, and she's not fucking crazy and shit like all the other women. She obviously had a little rough past probably or whatever, but now she's young and she's out on her own. And I'm like, yo, so many people are fucked and they don't even see it coming. They don't even see it coming.
Society needs to do is re-engineer itself for singles. Bullshit. It's not going to happen. Basically, what women in Korea and Japan are hoping that single men who had no family, no children, and have been locked up.
Single black men. They did this all for the $75,000. So, maybe Kev knew this. Maybe Kev couldn't say it. Once. Maybe that's what he was doing. He was warning you. They're gonna pay your man to leave you.
Out of the sexual marketplace because of this hypergamy will somehow come and save their lives. Not going to happen. It's going to be survival of the fittest. I want you guys to understand what I really.
Oh, survival of the fittest would mean who has good genes and who can actually keep, humanity going and shit. Who's gonna fucking work really hard? Who works harder than fucking niggas? Besides my Spanish brothers, we all know we're the hardest two working beings on the face of this earth. That get paid less than everybody else. That's worth something now.
Women are really banking on the fact that we need to re-engineer society to have us social.
Oh yeah, my father said learn to endure.
Benefits. I wish I could play a part of that video. But I don't want to get a copyright.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get one.
We should do that. Because I think we need.
Hoping I don't get one for this. Everybody else plays Kev's shit. No commentary or nothing. They just let the whole fucking thing play.
Need to hear it so you guys can understand exactly.
Oh yeah, they just make jokes and say ha 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 ha. They don't actually point out the fucking valuable information.
Exactly how bad it is. Hold on.
I forgot. I'm different. Not here to fucking play games.
Women who are doing things with, pet groomers and stuff like that. It's not a game.
I was a pet groomer.
Winter is coming. Here we go.
Come on now.
Of a probable future. Why do you?
Uh-oh.
Because this is what's on the horizon.
Oh, really?
In Korea, of the 7.8 million women in their 30s and 40s.
See, now what he's gonna do is not use the Bible and stuff. He's gonna use the thing people reject the Lord for in science and statistics and numbers. Numbers don't lie. What the numbers say, a lot of people are gonna be fucked if they don't get their shit together and change their attitude about what makes you rich in this life.
17.176%, or 1.38 million, are single. Now, in the 21st century,
1.8 million eligible Japanese women with the buying power of $75,000
marriage is no longer a necessity, but rather an option, and many women choose to remain single. Yet, there's not enough social security for them, creating a blind spot of the structural system. Let's learn more about the issue and what needs to be done to improve the current conditions.
Sounds familiar.
I want to understand what they said, that marriage is now an option. That's the way it was marketed. But it's not an option. They're talking about the social safety net of these,
I don't need no man.
of these countries to where people under 40 are not marrying and dating.
This is the power of women, and they don't even fucking realize it. You can ruin a whole country from your decision. I don't need no fucking man. You can't tell me what the fuck to do, and I'll fucking live in this world the way I want. Fuck what y'all say. Alright, well, now the whole country's fucked up. Thank you. Thanks for jumping off your pillar of society and stabilizing the world. I appreciate that.
Think about Black America. 1 in 4 married. I want you to think about how many of our women are not going into science, engineering, technology, math. You're not in careers that are revenue producing. You're in office jobs. You're running override.
Things you can get fired and easily replaced by other nations. And, technology is really good now, so it's not about black and white anymore and the favoritism. It's about, I can get this machine to do what 20 of you can do. And shut the fuck up and come to work on time and not give me lip.
This is a glimpse into what is here. It's not coming. It is here and has been here and was going to hit starting in September. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. I don't like that. It's too long.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Pay attention.
Hey, big head.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Pay attention. Oh, you're going to hear that too. Hey, big head. You're going to hear lots of hey, big heads in the future because they don't know what to do with themselves. Fair use.
Fair use. God damn it. God damn it.
Chung Eun-mi is a 41-year-old florist who dreamed of becoming a...
What the fuck? She's 41? I guess the look young thing for a while is not just a black thing, huh? Yeah, it's a everybody thing. It's a take care of yourself thing.
Good wife and Juan's mother as a child.
I want you to go back to that. That woman is a 41-year-old who dreamed of being a mother, a wife, and a child. That's what women, that's our normal roles. The world is not set up for a bunch of singles.
The majority of people, she thought she had to get married and form a family when she was younger. But her perspective has changed a lot.
I gained a genuine passion and desire for my career in my early 30s. Therefore, I naturally focused more on my work than romantic relationships, and time passed very quickly.
Chung is not the only one who chooses to remain unmarried. Many women in their 30s and 40s do too. According to the National Statistical Office, 1,384,047 women in their 30s and 40s were single as of 2015.
I want you to understand, listen to how this is being promoted as though it's a choice and though it's noble. This is what they told them too, ladies. And this person is not speaking like
Sound the horns.
he's not speaking like that. He's speaking as though, hey, we just need to reimagine the world that's been working this way for thousands of years in a generation. Oh, and the men who exist right now are going to pay for it. And don't you worry, you don't need to worry about getting married in the time where your body is best to do it. You can choose to decide to do it later on if you want to. That's what I'm saying, black women, I'm not your enemy. This is what's been told to the West to get women into the workforce. Now they're done with you. They don't need you anymore. They don't need men to dig ditches like they used to either. Men understand. You are still making it's about how much money you have. And if you are not making enough money to live through your retirement, no one can stay alone. At least men know the streets come to work for us. At least men know this. She belongs to the streets.
So, what he's basically saying is, when push comes to shove, men have always watched men die alone, broke and withering. And you know, some of us try to make the best of it. And we live our lives and we sit back and watch. And we sit there and watch you swear everything's okay. But when they're not, you know, what do you do then? I don't know about you guys, but it's cold outside. Even though it's summertime.